Another journalist who has released information about the CIA has been found mysteriously dead. Dr. Udo Ufkalt, a former German newspaper editor who wrote a best-selling book about how the CIA controls the German media, has been found dead. Now, he published a book called Bot Journalist. It was a best-selling book that cost him his job and very likely cost him his life as well. He was 56 years old, and he died of heart failure. You'll excuse me if I feel that this is just a little bit suspicious. Now, his book was banned by the German government from being reported, which means he wrote a best-selling book, but nobody in German media was allowed to actually discuss it. But it still managed to get a bestseller because many other countries were allowed to talk about it. Isn't it strange that when you talk about how your country is being influenced by another one, and it's basically illegal for you to talk about it, that should raise some serious red flags. Now, he knew that his life was under threat. Ufkot explained that he was in a better position to take on this kind of threat because he said that he didn't have any children, and I believe, according to the report, that he was also single, and he didn't have anybody close to him that could be threatened. Now, when speaking to the Russian newspaper Russia Insider, this is what Ufkot had to say. When I told the Frankfurter that I would publish the book, their lawyers sent me a letter threatening with all legal consequences if I would publish any names or secrets, but I don't mind. You see, I don't have children to take care of. The German and American media tries to bring war to people in Europe to bring to Russia. This is a point of no return. I'm going to stand up and say it's not right. What I have done in the past to manipulate people to make propaganda against Russia. Now, part of his evidence is an admission on his part that he was forced by the CIA to plant a false story against Muammar Gaddafi, building supposed poison gas factories in 2011. These factories which have not been found, and that he was forced to put out a false story about them actually existing. I am very fearful of a new war in Europe. I don't like to have this situation again because war is never coming from itself. There's always people who push for war, and this is not only politicians, it is journalists too. We have betrayed our readers just to push for war. I don't want this anymore. I'm fed up with propaganda. We live in a banana republic and not in a democratic country where we have press freedom. Now, given all of what he's just said, I am certainly suspicious of him mysteriously dying of heart failure. And I do believe that, in my personal opinion, that he was assassinated for what he wrote about the CIA wielding tremendous influence in Germany's press, trying to control the narrative that the German people are fed. And this is another one of those crimes that won't be acknowledged by the mainstream media, but is one that definitely should and continues to show that the United States is a poisonous influence even on other first world industrialized nations, and what a tremendous threat this really is to global peace. Thank you for watching. If you like this program, then please head over to my Patreon page and set up a monthly donation. It's your donations that keep this program running. Also, if you would like, please rate, comment, subscribe, and share in various social media.